In this session, we will be going to discuss about SCADA. SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition, which is a control system architecture. It comprises of the computers, network data communication, and graphical user interface for the high-level processes, supervisory management, which also comprises of peripheral devices like programmable logic controllers and discrete proportional integral derivative (PID) controllers to interface with the process plant or machinery. The use of this SCADA system, supervisory control and data acquisition, has been considered also for management and the operations of the project-driven processes in construction. That HMI, human machine uh, interface or the operator interface, that enables the monitoring and the issuing the process commands like controller set point changes. They are handled through the SCADA computer system. The subordinate operation like real-time control logic and control calculation, they are performed by the network modules to the field sensors and actuator. Previously, the concept of SCADA was developed to be universal mean of remote access to the various local modules, which could be from different manufacturers, and allowing the access through the standard automation protocols. This SCADA, as I said, it monitors and controls the industrial process, both the large and small systems that can build using the SCADA concept. These systems can range from just 10 to thousands of control loops depending upon the application. The example of the processes handled by the SCADA include industrial, infrastructure, and facility-based processes. If we talk of industrial processes, it includes manufacturing, process control, power generation, fabrication, and refining, and may run into the continuous, batch, repetitive, or discrete mode. Infrastructure process, if we talk of, it may be public or private, and it include water treatment and distribution, wastewater collection and treatment, oil and gas pipelines, electric power transmission and distribution, and wind farms. Also, the facility processes including the buildings, airports, ships, space stations, where they monitor and control the HVAC system, access, and energy generation. Let us talk of components of SCADA system. It is having human machine interface HMI. This is a operator window of the supervisory control system. It presents in front of the operator the plant information, which is in the graphical form, which forms a mimic diagrams, which are the schematic representations of the plants which is to be being controlled. The HMI is linked to the supervisory computer to provide the live data, real-time data, to drive the mimic diagrams, alarm displays, and the trending graphs. Most of the installations of human machine interface is the graphical user interface for the operator, which collects the data from the external devices. It creates reports, performs alarming, and sends notifications. We are having a supervisory system. Basically, these are the core of the SCADA system, which used for gathering the data on the process and sending the control commands to the field connected devices. It refers to the computers and softwares responsible for communicating with the field connection controllers like remote terminal units and PLCs. It also includes the human machine interface software running on the operator workstations. If we talk of the smaller SCADA system, the supervisory computers or supervisory systems, they are composed of or consist of only a single PC. In the larger cases, the master station, there is a master station which includes the several HMI hosted on the client computers. The functions of supervisory control systems is acquiring the data of the process, send commands to the process. The next component is remote terminal unit. It is also known as RTUs. They are connected to the sensors and actuators in the process, and they are networked to the supervisory computer system or supervisory system just now we had discussed. RTUs have embedded control capabilities, and they are having standard for programming, and they support the installed automation via ladder logic or a functional block diagram or variety of other languages. Remote locations, these are have little or no local infrastructure, so that not uncommon that to find the RTUs are running off the small solar power system, because uh, since the name indicates remote terminal unit located at some far distances, and we cannot have, sometimes it is possible to give the power directly to the RTUs, so they can run on the small solar power system. They can communicate with using radio, GSM, or satellite for the communication purpose. Then we have PLCs, programmable logic controllers. They are connected to the sensors and actuators in the process, and they are networked to the supervisory system in the factory automation. The PLCs are having typically high speed connection to the SCADA system in uh, in the supervisory control. In the remote applications like large water treatment plant, the PLCs may be directly connected to the SCADA over a wireless link, or it utilizes the RTU for communication management. PLCs are often used for the remote sites where there is a large input output count rather than utilizing the RTUs alone. These are the structure, SCADA architecture. We are having human machine interface. This is a data acquisition system, machine terminal unit, master terminal unit, and remote terminal unit. This is the example of components of SCADA mentioned over here. We are having this plant, this tank, and some liquid is to be maintained into the tank. Also, the flow also has to be regulated. Now, the liquid level is maintained with the help of some what we can say some level sensors, and the flow data is adjusted with the help of this pump control data. So here we have installed two PLCs, PLC1, which compares the measure flow to the set point, and it adjusts the pump speed as required. Also, we have installed here the PLC2, which compares the measured level to the set point, and it adjusts the flow through the wall as required. The data flow, the wall control data and the flow data is through PLC. It is sent to the SCADA system where it is read and it is monitored with the help of this screen, that is we call it as human machine interface. So the SCADA system reads the measure flow and the level data, and it sends the set points to the PLCs. So this is how the supervisory control and data acquisition works.